Hey everybody out there, David Kendrick, owner of Lion Speaking Agency. Gonna talk to you guys today with the next video in the How Do I series here. The question that I get asked the most, I'm pretty sure the question that every single professional speaker has, how do I get booked for more speeches? I've had a lot of luck lately getting booked for speeches, so I'm going to talk to you guys about a tool that I've been using, something that works for me, and I'm pretty sure it's something that will work for you as well. And that is using public relations, PR, to get your name out there in the news and to get more bookings based on people seeing you in the media. First thing I'll start with, what is public relations? It's just basically getting out there in the media, getting interviews, getting your name in magazines, news articles, major publications, so people know about you, and people know about you, and they'll possibly, hopefully, fingers crossed, want to speak with you and have you speak to them and their organization, which will result in more money for you. I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. Just a few tips and tricks that I've been using to get in the media lately. So I'll begin with every single month has a theme. No matter what month it is, there's a theme for, I'm pretty sure, whatever you speak about. Okay, I am a disabled veteran, African American, African American disabled veteran. October, National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So what I start to do, I can set Google alerts on my phone, start to reach out. Set Google alerts every single day. I'll get a Google alert in the month of November or leading into the month of November. I want to set them about a month early and just talk about or get emails that says, hey, this organization is highlighting their employees who have a disability. This is what this organization is doing for disabilities. And you'll get emails from all over the world. I think with Google, I'm not sure, you can set them for certain states, your state, wherever you're at. But what you'll do is get leads into your email every single day from Google, all about whatever you speak about. For me, in October, it's disability awareness. Then what I do, I click on an article and say, hey, okay, this is what this organization is doing. I find that editor, whoever's writing that article, and reach out and say, I'm disabled also. I'm a veteran. Would you like to hear my story? Yes or no? You're gonna get a lot of no's. Hey, thank you for reaching out. This is not a good article for us right now, but maybe we can reach around in the future. I can follow up with you in the future. Just keep their email on file, that editor's email on file, and when you reach out to them, make sure that you know you've already established somewhat of a relationship, so that your name can get out there and other people can see you in the news. And what I've done recently, I've developed a relationship with my local news station here in Atlanta called 11 Alive, and I've been able to get a couple of articles on their page. This one is about a bill that Senator Warnock has passed for African American veterans of color. Me being an African American veteran, and with the folks at 11 Alive already knowing who I am, they reached out to me. So I've established a relationship with multiple reporters at 11 Alive, and they've reached out to me so many times that when I Google myself on 11 Alive, I have multiple articles on their website. And something that I've learned from PR professionals, if you want to get more and more exposure, you have to be known in your own hometown. There's no need for you to reach out to a major news outlet if your own hometown isn't covering you. Here in Atlanta, we have 11 Alive, and we have the AJC, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I've developed this great relationship with the folks at 11 Alive. So when I want to get speeches, I have credentials now. I have credibility. I can say, hey, look what the news is, my local news station is already covering for me. And that makes that organization that I want money from say, okay, well, this guy seems credible. He's getting what's called earned media. He's getting people, we know about him. He's getting interviews. He's being interviewed by his local news station. So, hey, he has credentials we're looking for. Let's bring him in for a speech. Second thing that I've done here, I reached out to an organization called Psychology Today. which is the world's largest mental health and behavioral science destination online. And I learned how to pitch using my public relations skills that I learned in college. I learned how to pitch to everyone in the media. And this organization, they have a blog that now I'm a contributor to. And here's my page on the Psychology Today's website. My name is David Kendrick Jr. Obviously, my blog is called The Veterans Corner. And this is something really small, but I was blessed with this opportunity because I get paid to do this now. It's not you're not gonna make a lot of money doing this, not as much as you would make doing a speech. However, with this organization, Psychology Today, for me to be their only veteran contributor and talk about mental health, which I specialize in the veteran community, it was a opportunity that I got, and now it makes me even more credible because people know who I am. And when I send over a resume or a one-page sheet or a bio for an organization that's thinking about hiring me, now I can say, well, I'm a blogger for Psychology Today. You don't know what Psychology Today is? It's the largest blah, 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 blah. What you can do, find organizations online, maybe in person or whatever, that have a blog about what you speak about. If you speak about technology, find a blog or find an organization or a website that has a blog about technology, and reach out to those editors and say, hey, can I be a guest blogger one day? I did this with Psychology Today, and they actually brought me on as a paid blogger, and I write a blog every single month now about mental health issues and the veterans community. And once again, this is just public relations. I'm also able to earn a small paycheck from this opportunity, from this here. However, what I like about this, you see in my bio, it says media or public speaking request, connect. And I have actually gotten a speaking request through this page just from having a blog, because I had that experience now. I share my expertise. Other people want to hear that, and they have a media contact page right there. Another thing that I did, on my website, I created a media page everywhere that I've been featured. All of my features here. Now these aren't all of the features that I've had here. However, these are some of the more, how can I say this here? These features here, because you always want to showcase your best articles or your biggest piece of media. These here are things that I was blessed enough to be featured in. I have my Psychology Today thing post up there, my blog. I was featured in a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful organization called Entrepreneur. This is a headline there. I was featured in their article, and they what they do with these features here, they post them on their respective Twitter pages as well. So it just expands that circle of influence that you have. You can go from here, and then it can just grow, and it just helps you get followers as well. Because when they posted this, the people at Entrepreneur, when they posted this on their Twitter feed, I made sure I got in there. I said, thank you guys for featuring me, and I retweeted it. And a lot of people reached out, hey, we want to interview you. We want to get can you be a guest speaker for us via Zoom? Can you do this for us? Or we would just like to talk to you about your experience. I talked about, in Entrepreneur, I talked about after being shot, how I became an entrepreneur, how I started Lion Speaking Agency after going to college and graduating from the EBV program at Syracuse University, Entrepreneurship Bootcamp for Veterans, which is a small week-long program, but that gave me the groundwork to start Lion Speaking Agency. And I have that featured on my page because these are well-known organizations, very reputable organizations that a lot of people know about. And once again, it just adds to your credibility as a speaker, because you're not just looking for money, you also have substance in your content. You're not just out there saying, hey, hire me, this is why I'm great. You have all these other people in the media who can also be your references. It's just like when you apply for a job hey, tell me about your history. If you want to apply to be, I don't know, a pilot or an engineer, what have you done in the past to make our organization want to hire you? And when you're a speaker, things like these features that I have in the media, what they also do, they can also raise your value. For example, before these features, let's say I was an unknown speaker or I didn't have these articles in the media, I would have probably gotten paid $1,000 for a 30-minute fireside chat or $500 to sit on a panel about something. But now that I have these credentials, I'm featured in the media, jacking up that price because now I'm not your average speaker. And the last piece that I want to show, when it comes to talking about or talking to and being featured in reputable media outlets, my largest feature and a feature that got me my the most speaking engagements and allowed me to raise my price a couple $1,000s is being in the Huffington Post. This is an article that came out on Veterans Day of this year. And Veterans Post or Huffington Post, just like a major news outlets, very reputable. A lot of people know about them. Millions of followers on social media. They tweeted this article on Veterans Day, and from this one article alone, I got 4 speaking requests. 4 very reputable. Very reputable organizations. I was able to make a lot of money. I haven't even completed all of them yet, but just from being in this reputable organization, in Huffington Post, I was able to make a lot of money. A lot of people reached out because they knew who I was now. They know who I am. And now I'm considered, I'm building a little name for myself, a little reputation because of the work that I put in with public relations. It's kind of like they do a little bit of marketing for you, a little bit of exposure for you as well. Now it's up to you to capitalize on it and learn how to negotiate your price, learn what you're worth once you're in these reputable media outlets. Now, a question that you may have is, well, how do I get in there? How do I pitch to these organizations? It's not an exact science. For me, what I did is I just reached out and I found an article. I found an editor that writes about what I talk about. It would make no sense for me to reach out to a technology, let's say blog, because I don't talk about technology. I don't know anything about technology. However, I just browse these websites. I set up Google alerts, and you may hit the jackpot and find an editor that writes exactly what you speak about, and you may have a unique twist. The more unique your story is, I would say the higher your chances are of getting a response and being featured in that piece of media. For me, African American, Purple Heart, disabled veteran who speaks about mental health. Don't have many of them, so I can speak about a plethora of things, and I do. And it also helps because I have a relationship with media outlets here in Atlanta, have my own website, very reputable, and like a lot of you speakers out there who are well known, you have books as well, and it helped me sell more of my books, Calvary, available on Amazon. So my book sales have increased, my speaking price has increased, my reputation has increased because of the work that I put into my public relations. It's going to take a lot of hard work. Please get used to being told no or getting no response at all, just like if you apply for a job. Learn how to approach these media outlets and these editors, because what you'll also do is pitch your way out of an organization. They'll make sure that I don't want to say they'll make sure because I don't know how it works, but I learned how to pitch just from the free information that the public relations professionals give on Twitter, on YouTube. One day, driving as my job as a delivery driver, I'll just put on a YouTube series. Hey, here's how you pitch. There's an organization called One Pitch, and they give you articles on who to follow. They have podcasts, and I got featured an entrepreneur by listening to a somebody from Entrepreneur who had an interview on One Pitch. and I reached out to him and I said, hey, I listened to your article or I listened to your podcast feature on One Pitch. I loved it. I would like to be featured in Entrepreneur. I do have my own business. And boom, I was featured. Entrepreneur. So those are a couple of things that help you increase your reputation, get earned media in whatever media outlet you're trying to get into. I would say start local because they know who you are. It also helps if you help the people in your community. I'm vice president of NAMI DeKalb right here in great old DeKalb County, Georgia. I do a lot of work here. I have a great reputation in my community to the point where 11 Alive reaches out to me for news stories now. So build your reputation, start local, start in your community, make sure that getting money is the last thing on your mind because they can also smell that and you won't get a response and you'll be getting upset because you'll pitch, won't get a response. I'll put in the description how I got started, some great people to follow in the PR world, and good luck to everybody. Let's get this money.